been in many winter circles, but today was the first time as a trainer that you were in the winter circle with your horse. What's that experience like?
Well, it's definitely a totally different feeling than working for people and winning races as an assistant trainer. Um, of course, it's really good working for people, winning the great ones, great twos, and such a nice people like Simon Callahan I used to work for. But it's been almost a year since I started training on my own and kind of been knocking the door with a couple of few seconds and thirds. And today was really special winning my first race as a trainer, stepping on the in the winner circle as a trainer. It's a totally different feeling, and I'm so happy doing this actually for one of the owners, Chris Curtis, which is my friend and a big supporter when I was going through dialysis and I had my kidney transplant. He was one of the guys always by my side, and now as an owner, he's always giving me a big support too.
Yeah, you've really been through quite a lot the last, I guess, 5 years. Has it been about? Yeah.
Yeah. It's been kind of hard, but thanks to the I can say to the racehorse industry in general, like in on the west and the east coast, I went through dialysis. I had a kidney transplant, and every single person in the racetrack, any racetrack, send me prayers, supporting me with everything. With a lot of things, I came to the Derby. I met my fiance here. I met a lot of people. Always worry about me. And 2 years ago I moved here for good, and that's when I started thinking about like try to go on my own, and last year that's when I started doing it. But I always been having a huge support from Kentucky.
Yeah, but I was gonna say you're one of us now. How many horses do you have now?
I have a small barn. I got 5 horses. When you start training, it's always kind of up and down. At some point, I had 9, and right now we only have 5.
Yeah, and so each race is so important when you have a small stable. So that win has to be big, and she won with authority. I mean, what's up? Where might we see her next?
Well, first of all, we need to see how she looks in the next few days. I talked to the owner and told them let's just go day by day. She ran a huge race last about 5 weeks ago when she ran her first time, 63 to 1. I knew she wasn't 100% ready for that race, but I had confidence for her she was going to run good, and she ran a huge second. So after that, we knew we were going to have a nice filly in the future, and today we were so lucky. She made her run and had a clear run down the stretch, and she showed some of what she can do. So yeah, in the future, I don't know. The owner, he's from California, so who knows? We might surprise going to California maybe for one race, but Kentucky Downs is on our mind too. So we got to think about this. My guys, they've been on her in the mornings. They definitely think she can run the grass. So that's something, like I said, we have in the back of our minds. So in the next couple of weeks, we probably gonna make a decision what will be next for her.
So how long ago was it that you had the transplant?
So I started dialysis when I was training with Simon when we had Bella Haze. That was about 2018, I think. And then 2019, I ended up in the hospital and I had to do dialysis. I still working, and then in 2000, no, 2018. In 2019, I had my kidney transplant in Cincinnati. Actually, that was here in Cincinnati, and a lady, Zuzi from Arizona. She was my donor.
Yeah. So, I mean, you look great.
Thank you.
Even before you won the race, you look great. But I'm sure that doesn't. But how do you feel?
I feel health-wise, I definitely feel really good right after I have my transplant. I can feel the difference. Um, we all know what kidney does on your body, so it filter blood and everything. So when you have that kind of problem, it's really hard on your body, especially when you're going through dialysis. It just wears you out. But I always had a really big support for everyone, for a lot of people. My daughters, Miriam and Marianne in California, they was always in my side, by my side. My mom, and Palmer, obviously, she was always like, without her, that probably wouldn't happen. And she was always helping me to for this to happen. And after my transplant, start feeling well. And yeah, 2 years ago, that's when I make my decision to move here.
Yeah. And you've really had to work for everything you've got. It's not like you inherited a bunch of horses. And so,
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I don't come from any family like used to work at the racetrack. Born in Mexico, I came to the U.S. in early '90s. I started working in San Luis right down in California, and that's where I learned to work with the horses. And obviously, first day I work with horses, I'm like, this is my career. This is what I love. This is what I love. And slowly start thinking about, okay, I want to be a groom. Then I want to be a foreman. And then I want to be an assistant. Thanks God, like I said, I've been around people like supporting me huge. I've been lucky to train with Simon horses for like Qatar, Coolmore. I mean, everybody counts. All of those owners, like, giving me the chance to be around those horses. I had firing line running second in the Derby, and many good horses. And then I started thinking like, okay, well, it's time to try to go on my own. And here I am living my dream.